It's back. I had to. There's really no other choice. Poltergeist is the name of the movie. It is a retelling of the original from, 1982, which does not seem like it could be, 33 years ago, but is. The horror movie about the family that is invaded by, ghosts, demons, dead souls in their home, and how they bond together to try to fight their way out. Classic horror movie remade with a new twist. Let's talk about what I liked about this remake first. The casting. I think Sam Rockwell is great in everything he's done. I haven't seen a bad Sam Rockwell performance, and it continues here. He is fun, he is interesting, he's likable as the dad in this. He's like the kind of dad you want, he's fun and jokey around, but serious and willing to stick up for you. Great performance by Rockwell, and the cast around him, I think, does a fine job too. These are likable people, and Rosemary DeWitt, I think, plays the wife, and they have a good chemistry. And you like their marriage, and you like how they stick together. And I really enjoyed that about this movie. Probably my favorite thing about the film. I also like that because it's old school horror, it's not as caught up in the idea of pushing limits. Like, what's the torturous, grossest thing we can do to make this horror movie even darker and even scarier? There's a lot of lightness in this horror movie. There's levity, there's humor, there's a purpose to the story. Like I said, the family bonding together. I really appreciated that. That's something you don't see. I'm forced to sit through every movie that comes out, and I'm not a big horror fan. And so many of these horror movies are just darkness and dread and trying to make you sick and, and scared and like trying to one-up each other. And this doesn't feel that way. It feels very basic. Now, as for that, I imagine a lot of modern horror fans aren't going to enjoy it because it does feel a little cheesy. And you can see that not only in the way it's shot, but also in the effects, in some of the lines. There's a cheese to it that modern horror movie has kind of scrubbed out so they can emphasize the darkness. And I think that will turn a lot of people off. And indeed turned me off in a few points. It was just like kind of eye-rolling kind of stuff. The other thing is, and this is probably the main thing for me, why? Why do we need it? I thought the same thing with Carrie. As much as it was a well done in modernization, why is it necessary? Like, why do I need to see this movie instead of seeing the original? I guess I could say the performances, the technology, but at the end of the day, the story, the central story, is what we hold on to, and that's pretty much the same. So I found myself during a lot of the movie being distracted by, I don't need this. I don't need to see this. I could be watching something else. I feel like I'm, watching the same movie over again. Overall, Poltergeist is a scary movie in the way the 80s movies were scary. And that could be a good thing or a bad thing depending on how you feel about early horror films. Great performances, but not enough to raise it any more than I'd say a B- is probably where we land on this one. Thanks for checking out the review. Plenty more at the website, yourmoviefriend.com. Do me a favor, click the little eye up there for the cards. That's where you'll find other reviews that you can check out on YouTube, as well as a link to the website, as well as a support button. Now, trying to do something new based on a suggestion from somebody who watches the channel. They suggested doing a paper review, where every month I review something based on donations. So if somebody donates $1 and says, hey, review this, well, if that movie or thing gets the most dollars over the course of the month, I review it for the next month. So once a month, do a paper review. I kind of like that idea. I'm formulating a little bit. I may do a full video once I kind of land on it. But that's the idea. So if you want to donate, be sure and leave in the comments what you would like me to review if you have a request. I love this idea. So donate $1, donate $5, whatever, and just leave your request there. Just click the little eye up in the corner. If you want to subscribe, which I'd also love, do that in the bottom corner. And I love doing this. Thanks for all the comments and the encouragement. I appreciate it. Thanks for the discussions and the disagreements. I love it all. I love this little Your Movie Friend community that's starting to build here on the interwebs. So thanks for joining me, and more to come. And 5 extra seconds just so you can kind of click around, do what you need to do right now, right here. I thought about doing a jump scare there in that 5 extra seconds, but I decided not to. Just click subscribe.